Hi there, nail lovers. It's Natasha and I'm back with another nail tutorial. I purchased these 3-in-1 BTARTBox soft gel tips. I have them in both French and also nude. I've seen them circulating all over YouTube and Instagram, and I just had to try them for myself. You're going to see me design these nails, and I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks that I think will be best for a longer wear time. Although you won't see me do all of these here, this is what I've learned after I apply and wear them for a few days. Anyway, you see me here sizing the tips. This is after I push back my cuticles, remove the shine from my nail using a 180 grit nail file, then removing the dust with a nylon brush, and lastly dehydrating the nails with alcohol in a lint-free pad. Next, I'm removing the tab that is left over when you detach it from the row of nail tips with a 180 grit nail file. I like to prep the full covered nail before I apply it to my nails. I don't really have a reason as to why I do it, because it doesn't matter if I do it now or after application. My next step is to apply base to my nails, but not before removing the dust with another lint-free pad, and also applying a gel bonder. This base is a little thick, so I'm trying to apply it thin. I want it to work into my sidewalls and make sure that it is close to my cuticle without putting it on the skin. I typically do my forefingers first and my thumb last. Nevertheless, once I get the base on, I cure it in the lap for 30 seconds. Now we're here for the fun part, the application. So what I do is apply a thin layer on my nail bed and then apply a small dollop of the base to the full nail tip. I try to spread it out at the cuticle area. I don't go too far up the tip, as I like the gel to fill in where needed when I press down onto my finger. I'm sure by now you guys know how to apply these tips. For me, I think the best way is to put the cuticle of the tip to my cuticle. Then slowly start pressing the tip toward my nail bed. As you press towards the connection of your nail bed and the tip, the gel spreads, moving down towards the free edge of your nail. I usually stop pressing once the gel reaches my free edge. This way, I don't have to clean under my nail after application, and there isn't a ring of gel at my free edge. I am using a lamp that is clamped to my desk off onto the side. I hold it there for 10 to 15 seconds and then move on to the next finger. So I didn't apply base to my thumb. That's what I'm doing now. I will cure this in a lamp for 30 seconds and then come back and apply a thin layer of base to my finger. Put a dollop of base on the nail tip. Press the tip to my finger. And then put it under the light to bond. Once I'm finished, I put my whole hand, including my thumb, into the lamp for 30 seconds for a full cure. So I gave you a quick glance of my new nails. Right off top, I love them. Why? Because this is fast ASL, okay? I had very little spillage. Super proud of that since this was my first application. To remove it, to remove the spillage, I'm going to use my e-file and a tapered medium grit diamond bit. These nails are already thin. They are also matte, so I don't feel the need to go ham on the entire nail tip. I only file where there is spillage. After using the e-file, I buff to create a smooth transition from the cuticle to the remainder of the tip. Now, my only issue was not paying attention to the thumb and middle finger. Both of them had an air bubble, which ended up determining how I was going to style these nails. So I kind of wanted to do another color, but my hand reached for the white, so I went with the flow. I ended up painting my pinky white. I checked to see if the white matched. You know, as a nail enthusiast, you know there are multiple versions of white, and I wanted to make sure that this was close. So I cure, and then I'm going to go in with a top coat on my middle and index finger. Now this is my first mistake. For a longer wear and to prevent chipping, I suggest using a bonder or a primer on the entire nail, like the one I showed you at the beginning of the video, or Young Nails Protein Bond. This will help the gel polish adhere to the nail. Not only do I suggest a bonder, but I also suggest that you use a base coat. The base coat and the top coat creates a mega bond, and it also adds another layer for thickness. This is my second layer of white. I went ahead and admired the look, and I cured it in the lamp, and then I came out for another top layer of top coat and cured that for 60 seconds. My next step is to add a little sparkle. So I'm using the hard gel, and I will float some non-wipe top coat to secure the glitter for at least 2.5 weeks. This is my secret for keeping glitter on the nail for a long period of time. The goal here is to keep everything thin. You do not want to add bulk to your nails, so keep the builder gel thin and also keep the top coat thin. So after floating over the top coat, I'm going to shake the first layer of glitter onto my nail. I'm going to lightly tap the glitter in and then go around the perimeter of the nail with an orange wood stick, just to assure that the glitter or the gel is not sitting on my skin. This step is A1 pro tip. This is how you keep your finished look sharp and professional. So I'm going to repeat the glitter and orange wood step again without curing. And then I'm going to add my second layer of glitter. And with that, you can push the glitter particles into the gel so they can bond with the gel and have a long-lasting sparkling effect. After that, I'm going to cure for 60 seconds, and then I'll use my nylon brush to remove the excess glitter. So that air bubble really made me mad, and I decided I would do an ombre with a sponge. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This was my next mistake. I saw Dorita, I think it's her name, on YouTube do it, and I thought, oh, I could do it too. I know I can, but I do know I need some more practice. So this was terrible with a capital T. I cured it, and then I add base to fill in the holes created by the sponge. Throughout this process, I knew I had to find something else to put on top of it. So I ended up applying some non-wipe top coat and then cured that for 60 seconds. This is me being disgusted. So then I grabbed some chrome. I was like, either the white one or the Aurora one. I knew the white one would cover it, so I ended up using the Aurora because I knew it would. I rubbed it in, and then eventually I applied the top coat to my middle and thumb finger, since I forgot about my thumb. And then I went ahead and cured it for 60 seconds. At this point, I am really feeling myself. I needed to crisp up the edges a little bit. So I used a 180 grit file, and I filed just a little bit, not too much, but just enough to get those free edges sharp. So I couldn't just leave it plain. I needed a little bit of razzle dazzle. So I end up pulling out my rhinestones. I didn't do too much. I just ended up putting like 2 on the index finger And then I ended up putting one on the pinky finger. So now I need to cover up that air pocket that was on my thumb. Ugh, it's just so bad. So I did end up doing a cascading placement on the side, which I really end up loving a lot. And once I finished with that placement, I sprayed some hurry up spray to harden the glue faster. And voila, I was completely done. Overall, I love the look, and in the future, I would definitely use a bonder, then the base on the nails before the top coat, because I want these nails to last longer. I noticed that BTARTBox has a longer version, and now I want them. I wouldn't buy these again because they're a little bit too short for me, but I love the process. I give it a 10, 10, 10 across the boards, honey, because I really do like these. So if you want to see another look with these gel tips, hit the like button. And while you're at it, subscribe so I can slide into your YouTube feed. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.